We all work, we all go through things, we all respond to that differently. Our bodies are different, we recover differently, etc. But have any of you ever experienced fatigue so chronic that has persisted for a long time that you actually recovered from? Because let me tell you something. I know a lot of people in my circle that are just fucking tired all the time. Too tired to function, too tired to think, too tired to talk, too tired to hang out, too tired to do things. And when they do things, it's reluctantly. All I see is a lot of just chronically tired people. But it doesn't matter what stage of their life they're in. I'm talking about ever since some of these people were like teenagers, they've been complaining about being tired. And some folks are decades older than me. Some folks are about a decade and a half younger than me. And they're just completely wiped out. And I don't get it. I don't understand. Again, I'm not dissing on tired people because we all know that as a nation, this country does not support you being healthy, not being preoccupied all the damn time, especially to make matters meet. Like right now, I'm parked at the parking lot of my apartment complex and I see a ton of empty parking spaces, and it's only 2 p.m. Today just so happens to be one of my days off, but it just really saddens me because I can just see the lack of life on some people who are just continuously tired, and then that starts to affect me. And I wish I could tell you guys how I do it to not be chronically tired, because I do get tired, but for me it's more mental exhaustion, and then that mental exhaustion is also paired up with my anxiety and depression. And even when I have those feelings to where I may appear like I'm shutting down, it can be midnight, and if I have to roll out to drive somewhere to pick up something to eat, I do it with energy and enthusiasm. And I can be up talking to someone and just talk with the same level of energy and projection that you may associate with me normally. But some people legit cannot even stay present because their exhaustion overcomes them. And I don't know, that shit offends me. But I just wanted to know if any of you guys ever went through that shit. If you ever were a chronically fatigued, tired, wiped out person. And how did that get better for you? What did you have to do? What did you have to modify or perhaps even sacrifice for things to get better for you? Because I feel like a lot of these people I'm thinking about, they're really trapped on this vicious cycle. And I can very easily, from my perspective, point out at things that I'm like, you could modify this. You ought to try that. And I don't see how that wouldn't work, but I also like to keep in mind that bodies are just different. But am I the only one with a body that simply does not break down? What is different from me versus other people? And there are people who I know that are decades older than some of the people I'm thinking about, and those folks have more energy despite working 12-hour shifts and having to commute from an hour away. So it is doable. So I just want to understand what it is that the people who aren't tired are doing that the people who are tired aren't doing. And of course, I'm not going to talk to anybody about my findings or theories, but when it starts getting to a point when it's disrupting lives, that's when I would think that you would want to take control of the situation. Actually, you might want to take control of the situation before it gets to that point. But anyway, that's just me. I'm just in a really bad mood, and I just felt like letting that out. So yeah, you guys, this is one of those more slightly serious, relatively important topics because it might help me with something, especially my attitude issues about that shit, because I just don't have patience or tolerance sometimes when I see that something could be done better, but I see people's unwillingness at making some little ass changes that could have a big impact. In the past, I have had people follow just one tiny piece of advice that I just randomly offered, and they were like, oh my God, it was so life-changing. And I'm like, bitch, I've been saying that forever. Why did it take you that long to take action? So that's the part of me that makes me be like, I don't know how to control my mood and attitude when the solution is very evident, but then somebody wasn't seeing it, and when they finally see it and what I was saying turned out right, oh, can't stand that shit.